Hey, Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, peace, and blessings to you, fellow brothers, pushing out this word in truth and sincerity. This is Brother Kanak, just doing a lesson here. I have some videos queued up, and what I'm going to call this video is uh, Uprisings Increasing, something along those lines. Now, I've been saving some videos over the past week, as pertaining to these different anti-lockdown, uh, you know, riots, different protests because of C-19 measures, Black Lives Matter. I mean, there's so many more. I have a few here, and of course, we could be more extreme and get more, but I'm just gonna use this as just more proof of how these things are increasing in the planet Earth because of prophecy. Okay, let me bring before we start playing a couple of these videos, and we're gonna skim through these videos. We're not gonna play everything. Let me get a scripture because these things are speaking to us, louder and louder, clearer and clearer as the prophecy is concerned. Okay, because we know all these things are going to actually intensify and they're going to be at their height, okay, in a very near future where it's just going to be all out anarchy, all out hell out here in the streets, okay? Jacob's trouble. This is Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. And we all can agree that we are in the end, okay, the end of the world, so to speak, as people say. And average everyday person that doesn't even know the Bible or the scriptures or the breakdowns, they will agree. You could take a survey and people would, they might not have a full understanding, but there's a spirit in the earth, okay, to let you know that we're at the end. And us in the know, okay, we understand the visions. The visions are the prophecies. Okay, so it says, for the vision is yet for appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Now, what are these visions? What are some of these visions? Uprisings, okay, sedition, you know, people turning against, the government, people fighting against each other. All right, and we're going to go through a couple of these videos, right against left, black against white, black against Asian, okay, state against state, one political party against another political party, okay. This is Ezekiel 2 and 9, and when I looked, behold, a hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein, and this is speaking about the Bible. And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without. Okay. And there was written within lamentations and mourning and woe. Those are all, harsh words. Okay. Those are all, evil things. To be in a state of lamentation, to be in a state of mourning and woe. And that's what's contained in these scriptures. So that's part of the doctrine also, is for the true prophets to warn you about these things that are happening and to prove to you that we are indeed in these last days, and these protests that are springing forth throughout the whole planet Earth is a testimony to that. So look, what we're going to do first, we're going to play a little bit of this video, and we'll just read some titles too. It says EU cities hit with another weekend of protests against the C-19 restrictions, because out there in Europe, they're going through a third wave and a third lockdown, and it's going to come to the United States very soon. Okay, so let's play a little bit of this. You see that? You see that? Them Germans are scuffling with the police, man. It's gonna turn real violent, even more violent, really soon. And this is because they're protesting against the restrictions, the lockdowns, because the lockdowns are hurting everybody's pockets as well as their mental health. Okay, and they're and towards in the state, in the eyes of many people, I'll say this, in the eyes of many people, they are irrelevant, or they shouldn't be happening. So people are very upset. Now this is in the Netherlands right here. More sedition, more rallies. This is happening in Europe, all across Europe. And there you go. It's the Men in Black. This is in Denmark. Men in Black activists, which is reminiscent of what? Black Lives Matter, because these are all color revolutions, so to speak, that are funded and manipulated by Esau Edom himself. So they want to, that word, that color black is associated with power as well as rebellion and evil. So that, they're all lumping each other in. And a lot of times when you see these Black Lives Matter protests with all the rioting and breaking windows, there is a lot of Edomites that are dressed in black to push that vibration. Okay. I found this interesting too. They call themselves the Men in Black. Okay. It's a lot of color revolutions. You can look that up. A lot of revolutions springing forth throughout the earth, going against the government. Okay. And they're going to use that to bring in a new government, a worldwide government. Okay. A global government. Okay. So the elites are basically, they're locking in. Okay. They're locking in their plan because we're at the end. See that? Denmark's recently introduced digital CV passport. See that? That's what they just introduced that. It says required for citizens to be able to enter certain businesses. So it's already happening. You need that digital. You're going to need that digital passport to enter in certain businesses. And, a lot of businesses are going to be coerced into doing this. A lot of employers are going to be coerced into doing this, whether it be funding from the government, whether it be, different amenities that they get from the government to try to. I remember a couple years back, MasterCard, they were giving businesses up to $10,000 to turn everything into those those RFID readers, the chip readers. They were, you would get a $10,000. So of course the business like, yeah, I'm gonna get that $10,000. So this is what Esau Edom is doing. Okay. This is going on around the world right now. Right? It was Denmark first, and then it's going to be all these other governments that are going to adopt these things. Okay, the UK's talking about adopting that. United States talk about adopting that. So this is a rally in Florida. It says protesters burn masks at Florida rally against, the C-19 measures. Okay, so this is going on in Florida. This was some days back. But nonetheless, I was my page got clipped, so I ended up not doing the video. So I'm doing the video now. So it's a couple days old, yet they're all relevant. Okay. See that? Just read that. There's a lot of people that are not with this, man. And even though Esau Edom, he's going, bring in his newer order no matter what, through the means of witchcraft, through the means of starving people out. You're going to have a lot of people that are going to be in opposition against this, that are going to actually fight against the powers to be. Okay?
I'm out here for small business, self-employed hair salon, Deerfield Beach, 21 years. Been self-employed 35 years, never shut down. No taxpayer money, no grant money. I didn't qualify. I needed to be open to support my household. I don't want anything for free. I want the right to work and support my family.
And we're here to support the concept of sovereignty, basic human freedom, the freedom to move about, socialize, and gather as we choose, the right to raise our children as we choose, the right to use or not use any certain medical devices or procedures, including masks and vaccines. Jesus Christ loves you.
And here you go, Jake.
Jesus Christ, man. Amen. God in their country. Hallelujah.
Hey, Jake's finished. So you see that? Let's go here. This is in Italy. This is what's going on in Italy. The title of the video is Smoke Bomb Deployed. Hundreds of Italians vent their anger over C-19 measures. Okay, same thing going on. So the Italians is mad, man. Let's go to the next video I have here. Let's see what this is. Right, so out there in Minnesota, look at Portland. Because of this was a video, new wave of protest. Dante writes, killing fuels unrest across U.S. So, you got Corona. I shouldn't have said that. You got the C-19 restrictions going out and people are protesting. And then you have, out here in the States, you have Jake rioting and looting. Okay. Because of these different killings. Now, Dante Wright, that's just one of many, man. It's like every other day there's a new person that Jake is looting and rioting because the cops shot. So this was going on in Portland, Oregon. Minnesota. A lot of Edomites out there. New York, Washington.
This is just the way that we learn to stand in solidarity and show that we're not gonna, we're standing for a cause.
Look at this.
If I make a mistake, are y'all gonna kill me too?
Jake gets fed up, man. New York, Washington D.C. These things are being normalized now. Rioting and looting. You just had the case where with George Floyd and they found the officer guilty of murder. But prior to that, you had a lot of businesses boarding up their stores. Okay, and I see that all around the Bay Area. Okay, just in case, because any little thing can ignite, a protest. All right, let me let me bring out something in Matthew. The key scripture, of course, I want to bring out is 2nd Ezra 15. We're going to say that for the end. We're just going to go through a couple of more of these videos just to show you overwhelming proof. And I mean, and my list is small. I stopped adding them. The list is small. I mean, we can go through it all day. There's always some type of uprising going on because of some type of a restriction that the government are holding, or something, shooting. Okay. So let me. Where should I start? That's good right there, but. Yeah, this is it right here. I'll start at 6. Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. So on top of, a lot of sedition going on, a lot of people protesting, there's rumors of wars, man. War with Iran, Israel and Iran. You have Ukraine and Russia, Russia, United States, China, United States. Okay. What did the Lord say? He said, wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. And a lot of these things are rumors. Like World War III is a rumor. Everybody knows about World War III being a rumor. But that's going to actually come to pass. See that ye be not troubled. Now, these words are for us, okay? We should not be troubled when seeing these things. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Yeah, we're not directly, at the end to where Yahweh Shai is in the sky. Yet we are seeing all those things, okay, that are spoken about that should happen before Yahweh Shai comes. Okay. And one of those things are uprisings. Okay, for nation shall rise against nation. That's war, as well as uprising, because nation is a group of people. You have they're Esau's fueling the race tension between Jake and Esau. The elites, they're fueling that tension for race riots. They're trying to do the same thing with Moab. They're going to do the same thing with all these different nations. So, hey, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Okay, and there shall be famines. So on top of all these uprisings, there are going to be famines and pestilences. Now, we're in a so-called pestilence right now that has locked down things, right? This pestilence has locked down things, has brought people into poverty, to the brink of insanity, and in a lot of cases have destroyed people's lungs. And now you need a particular serum. All right, this is what these governments are telling you. You need this serum, okay, and proof that you got the serum in order to go and enjoy your once privileges that you had, like going to the baseball game or traveling across borders, traveling internationally. Okay, going inside certain businesses. Okay, even going to work. Okay, so we're in a pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Okay, so there's earthquakes going on in diverse places. These things are not, of course, brought to mainstream media, but they're going to get out of hand. There's been a lot of sonic, a lot of mysterious, seismic reactions going on that they can't explain. Okay, but Esau, he's not covering that. You can find these things on, local newses. They'll cover them vaguely. All these are the beginning of sorrow. See, so all these things that we're seeing are the beginning of sorrows. Let's look at this word sorrow. Okay, in the blue letter, because a lot of sorrows is coming.
Strong's G 5604, Odin.
Right, the pain of childbirth, travail, pain, birth pains. So that's the scriptures speak about birth pains. How these different plagues that the Most High is plaguing, starting with Babylon, they're likened unto birth pains. Okay, as a woman that has contractions, and each contraction is getting more intense, as well as there's more frequent contractions. That signifies what? Signifies the baby is about to be born. And what is the baby being born in this case? The destruction of America. Okay, everybody here in the shores of America, the redemption, okay, the saving, okay, of the hopeful elect, or the elect, okay, the elect, all right, and the destruction, as well as the destruction of the least power structure, and our Lord coming back. Okay, all those things is basically the let's read this. Let's read this. Let's read this. Intolerable anguish in reference to the dire calamities preceded the advent of the Messiah. Basically, there's going to be all types of intolerable anguishes, okay, that are going to take place before the Messiah comes. Esau's even telling you. Okay? Esau's even telling you that there's going to be all type of pains and dire calamities. Let's look at this word dire. I'm going to look in this regular dictionary.
Dire.
Of a situation or event extremely serious or urgent. Of a warning or threat. Presaging disaster. Okay, some of these, similar words: terrible, dreadful, appalling, frightful, awful, horrible, atrocious, ominous. See, gloomy, doom and gloom, sinister, grime, portentous. So these are the times that we're in. We can prove that by looking at all these videos of all these people, rioting and going against the government. Okay. Let's play a little bit more. So these are the beginning of sorrows. Okay, atrocious events are going to happen. Okay, dire situations are going to happen before the Lord even comes. And you know what? I've been meditating on this scripture. Let me get this. Let me just bring it out really quickly. That's a good one. It's actually Matthew. Hold on. No. That's it. No, Luke 12:49. I am come to send fire on the earth. Let's look at this word fire. Okay.
Strong's G 4442. Pour.
Okay. Fire, literally or figuratively, especially lightning, fiery fire. We know, according to precepts, that Yahushua is coming to send fire on the earth. There's a precept. Let me. There's so many precepts. Yeah, let me go here. This is it right here. We know that Yahushua is coming to send fire on the earth. Okay, literally. Okay, and right now fire is being casted out. Okay, and it's burning up these people via the word, because the word is as fire also. Okay, so this word is burning these people. Okay, it's burning the lies of Babylon the Great, the ideologies, the strongholds that had these people minds, that had our people minds. Okay, and through this word, a lot of our people are waking up. Okay, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting content. Okay, so you have the 1/3 and the 2/3. But let me bring this out. Okay, this is 2 Thessalonians 1:7, just to back up that point. And to you who are troubled, rest with us when the Lord Yahushua. So there you know that this is speaking about Yahushua. Okay, who the world ignorant called Jesus. Okay, when the Lord Yahushua shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels. Right, we were reading about how all these different catastrophic events are going to take place prior to the Lord coming. Okay, so when so all these things are going to be happening on the earth, and then the Lord is going to reveal himself. Okay, with the mighty angels, with those chariots, which Esau Edom is now, you know, making public that the UFOs, so-called UFOs in his eyes, that he says, or UAEs, unidentifiable aerial phenomenons. Okay, he's making these things public. He's not diverting from, oh, we don't know, we're not gonna, we're not gonna talk about it. He's now talking about these things. Why? Because we're in that time. Okay, so those mighty angels, those are the sightings that Esau is citing. Okay, we know what they are. Okay, we're not flabbergasted, or we're not surprised or scared. Okay, yeah, that's the curse that goeth forth over the whole earth. Okay, because when those mighty angels come, okay, and that power and might, they gonna make an easy work of this place. Okay, so let's read verse 7 again, and then go to verse 8 and see what the Lord is going to do to back up what we just read. And to you who are troubled, rest with us when the Lord Yahushua shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels in flaming fire. So the Lord said, I come to send fire on earth. Literally, he's going to come with fire. Okay, not only with those nuclear missiles coming to America, yet also he's going to be shooting fire from those chariots. It tells you that in 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter. Okay, the war in heaven. Okay, Michael and his angels against Satan and his angels, Esau, Edom, his fighter jets. Okay, and we see there's an insurgents to go into space now, to build space stations and to send craft into the space, as well as people, because we're in that time. And flaming fire taking vengeance on them that know not the Most High, and that obey not the gospel of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, who shall be punished with everlasting destruction from the presence of the Lord and from the glory of his power, man. Okay? So the Lord's coming with power. All right? And he's coming to destroy those who do not obey the gospel. So when we read that, we go back to Matthew 24. There was Luke 12 and 49. That word pour, it literally means fire. And we just read in was that 2 Thessalonians 1? Yeah, 2 Thessalonians 1, 7 and 8. How the Lord's going to come with fiery, he's going to come fiery with fiery vengeance. Okay? So let's read that again. So these things are all culminating. These things are all intensifying. Okay? I am come to send fire. I'm back in Luke 12 and 49. I am come to send fire on the earth. And what will I if it be already kindled? And this is basically, let's go to another video. This is basically the fire being kindled already. Look at this. Look at this. Every night since Wright's death, and tonight a rally is being planned here in Phoenix. Carla Navarrete following this story for us this morning. So does that seem like America and the home of the brave and freedoms, the streets are paved with gold, or does that look like all out anarchy and war? Okay, in these different states. Okay.
Carla, what are you finding out? Well, the message this group wants to carry tonight here at 5 o'clock here at City Hall is stop killing black people. The neighborhood...
And we're not black. Okay. See, all these things have that negative connotation behind it. Black, Black Lives Matter. What is a black person? But this world is in gross darkness, and a lot of Jake, they're falling right into that trap, to get categorized by Esau Edom, so he can write. Because while he's doing this, while Jake is doing this and falling into the trap, Esau is writing legislation, to basically stop you from actually voicing your opinion, man. Let's play a little bit more.
Organized crisis assistance program is behind the event, and the program would use $20 million from the city's budget to create in Minnesota, and the ongoing trial for George Floyd's death, which sparked protests, as you may remember, 11
this is a
months
police
ago
state.
here in the Valley.
The white woman. This is Black Lives Matter. This is Black Lives Matter, by the way. Okay, but you see nothing but Edomites for the most part, and they're in the forefront of all these different movements. Okay, because a lot of them are set up. Okay, we see it. We're not ignorant of saved devices. We see it loud and clear. It's like the elephant in the room. Everybody knows this is set up, but everybody's gonna play to that narrative, okay, and blame you so-called black people.
To the streets nightly for weeks, and nearly a year later, the messages that they were carrying then still apply today.
I come out here because I'm tired of seeing my brothers and sisters get killed for no reason at all. You know, and every time a shooting happens, the same thing is covered up.
We've been begging for justice for many years.
Yeah, and that's your problem. You should be begging Yahweh Shema Shai. You're begging the devil, okay? Which the devil is never going to show you, any type of respect or any type of mercy, okay? Any type of justice. Because he wasn't set up to do that. The devil was not set up to do that. But Jake will continue to beg and go down to Egypt, okay? And when Yahweh Shema Shai is brought up, they don't have they don't want to have nothing to do with Yahweh Shema Shai. So a lot of them gonna get, it's gonna turn violent. The police gonna start. They gonna have that green light. That green light to mow you Jakes down. I'm done with this one. Let's go to another one.
It's been a fourth night of violent unrest in the US state of Minnesota, where, despite a curfew, people again took to the streets to condemn the police killing of Dante Wright.
But Black Lives Matter is the white woman, or it could be a man, See that?
But anger boiled over, with cars torched, shops looted, and rioters clashing with armed troops.
Let's look over here, because it says Black Guns Matter. This kind of took my attention. And you got Jake there with a damn hood on, So they're already setting the stage for you Jake to be blamed. I'm not gonna play this. Black Guns Matter founder. Most Americans see the fake media seeing it. So he's all, it's all controlled opposition ultimately. There's another confused Jake, man. Okay? Another confused Jake. I just wanted to show that. See that? Police source, man. Police state. Okay, let's go to another one. Now, this is in Germany. See, look, the police just come and step to look at them. This is some dystopian military police state, man. Okay? Esau's cracking down. Look at him. Got pepper sprayed. He's not playing, man. He's cracking down with his New World Order. This is what's going on. But the majority of the people don't understand what's going on. Okay, the police are all dressed in black. Billy clubs. And they're going to be armed. They're going to be armed very soon. Okay, let's just finish up what I got here.
We begin with some breaking news out of Oakland tonight.
Look at this. Look at this. And by the way, these are Edomites dressed in black doing this. But it's going to be blamed on who? Esau's lighting fires and breaking windows. But it's going to be blamed on who? Who's going to be blamed on? You Jake shouldn't be out there, okay? Look at this Esau, man.
Smashed as protesters voiced their anger over recent deadly shootings by police. Some video.
Who ought to give a goddamn?
Last hour shows the scene outside a bank.
This is in
Franklin
Oakland
Street and Thomas Berkeley Way. Earlier in the night, about 200 or so demonstrators gathered at Frank Ogawa Plaza and then took to the streets.
Look at this. It's Edomites, man. It's all set up.
There's a scene on Broadway just about an hour ago. You can see people smashing the windows of a Target store. And also,
Esau's doing all this.
fire was set at a car dealership on Broadway. And police have declared an
See that?
unlawful
I mean, you
assembly.
can watch all these videos on yourself. Let me play this last one right here. Now this is Adam Toledo. Chicago scuffles erupt at protests over fatal shooting of 13-year-old Adam Toledo. So a lot of these things be swept under the rug, but you know, every little shooting, every little killing, there's a protest now. This is the new norm, and this is happening. Okay, and Esau, what is Esau going to do? He's going to come in with that order, which is total lockdown. Okay, let's play this, and then we'll get a scripture and we'll finish up. Look at this. Complete chaos. Total chaos, man. All it takes is for somebody to bug out and start shooting at the police and kill a couple of police, where all this is going to change, man. All this is going to change. So there you go. There's a few videos. I have more, but I'll probably do another video on that. You know, I just start saving these videos, and then when the Spirit allow, I'll get to them. But you know, it's so many of them. You know, it's actually so many that you can't really go through them all. If we were to go through them all and watch them all just in this prior week, we'll be here for 4 or 5 hours. Okay, that's how much uprisings and things are going on around the world. So let me just go right to the point. Okay, let me start at verse 14. This is 2nd Ezra 15:14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Those are killing instruments. This is the time that we're coming into. It's drawing nigh. Okay. Let me read verse 15 again. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. The majority of the people on the planet Earth, the Most High has something against. And he's going to destroy them by, several different means. Okay? And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. It's going to get to a point to where it's going to be total anarchy. It's going to be civil unrest, civil wars, okay, class wars, political wars, race wars. Okay? One nation shall rise up against another. Okay? For there shall be sedition among men. Let's look at the word sedition. Okay, because these things we understand that all these things are gonna come to a point that's gonna just spill over. It's gonna but if you're not paying attention, then you're living your life. The scriptures also say that it shall be as in the days of Noah. So even while you have all this chaos going on in the earth, people are going to still be eating, drinking, and giving in marriage. Okay? This is sedition. In just a regular dictionary on Google, it says conduct or speech inciting people to rebel, okay, which the word rebel means to fight against the authority of a state or monarch. Okay? And that's just the etymon if you want to go into etymon. But that's the definition there. Basically, conduct or speech. Let's read it again. Conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or monarch. And that's how a lot of these rallies come together, is via the internet. people of like mind, saying, look, let's go out and let's protest, let's do this, let's do that, let's raise hell. And then of course you got Esau that's going to send his plants, his spies, his rebel rousers. Of course he's going to do that, right? But that's all playing in the prophecy nonetheless. It's all playing into the Lord's hands. Okay, and we see that these things are coming, and we're preparing our minds, we're preparing our spirit, okay, to withstand these things, to understand these things, and to be on the good side of the Lord when he comes, when he shows the hand. Because the Lord, he's showing his hand, we understand and we see it. Yeah, it's going to come to a point where it's going to be, it's going to be plain as day. Okay, it's going to be plain as day. For there shall be sedition among men. So we see that. We're just playing a whole bunch of videos of sedition and invading one another. It's going to get to a point where people are going to invade each other. They're going to, fight against each other. Okay? Take arms against each other. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. So they're not going to care about the police. They're not going to care about these different mayors and governors coming on TV, saying, putting out these different mandates. They're not going to care about that. Okay? They're going to be so hot and bothered that they going to just take up these killing instruments and they're going to be searching out. Okay? They're going to be death angels. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power, meaning they're going to be able to do as they please. If they want to go in and break into, certain Capitol buildings, they're going to do that. Okay, they're going to have the power to do that. They're going to be fighting against Esau, Edom's government. So as this man tries to crack down and bring in his newer order, bring in his MOB, okay, try to mandate vaccines, okay, he's going to have a lot of problems because people are going to be rising up against him. And we're seeing that now. So as he cracks down more, there's going to be more uprisings amongst race wars, class wars, political wars. Okay. Yep. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, because you're going to have proper documentation, electronic documentation at this point. Okay. And there's certain parts of the earth that you can't go to right now. Okay. Or there's limited access. You have to go through hoops to be able to, get to these places. You have to take concoctions to be able to get to these places. Okay, you have to have certain digital proofs. Just like out there in Denmark, they already launched the digital passport, man. Okay, and all these governments are speaking about the same thing. Okay, but it's little by little, more chaos, more laws being, pushed under you people's noses. Because while all these protests were going on, they were passing. I know Florida passed a heavy a law that basically, and I spoke about this in my other video. I might have to go back and look at it. But Florida passed, like an anti-protesting law, to where if you get in a scuffle with the police, or it's so vague, the law is so vague that they can just come grab you up and you got to go to jail, man. So while all these things are happening, Esau, Edom, he's slowly bringing in all these different things under you people's noses. But we're not ignorant of these things. And we're watching this man. We're constantly watching him. Okay? But the majority of the people, they don't even know where to start. Nor do they consider the prophets. They consider what we're saying to be true. Okay? It's far-fetched to them. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity on his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And this is the time that we're coming into, man. And we keep saying it. And we're going to keep saying it, okay, until the Most High tells us not to talk anymore. Because after that, hey, is no more talking, okay? The Most High is going to be judging. So you seen it. You know, we played some videos to get some, you know, video proof, some visual and audio. You can look at these things. You should be watching, okay, as well as praying. Okay, so you can be able to escape these things, because it's going to come to a point where these things are going to be confronted. You're going to be confronted with these things. You're going to have to make a decision. Right now, you know, you can do whatever you want to do. You can tarry. You can, well, not tarry, but what is it called? What's the word? I forget the word. You know, you can basically BS and not take this thing serious. But it's going to come a point when that destruction come upon you as a whirlwind, where you're going to have to actually consider your you know, your lack of willingness to follow, you know, Yahweh Shema Shai and what he has told us to do. So, you know, that was it on the lesson. I pray that, you know, you brothers were edified. Until next time, shalom to the elect. Stay focused.